Termination process for Officer Adam Coy is already underway, and the BCI is investigating that shooting for possible criminal charges. Now, only after that investigation is over could charges be filed. Then the U.S. Attorney's Office will review the case for any possible civil rights violations. You may remember Officer Coy responded to a noise complaint early Tuesday morning. Within seconds of seeing Andre Hill in an open garage, the officer fired the deadly shot. And tonight, Hill's family is calling for more action. 10 TV's Stephanie Stanovich has more from the vigil.
Justice for Andre Hill.
On Saturday night, the family of Andre Hill shared their heartbreak with the community and the world. From his oldest sister.
I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be out here making a speech or talking about him not being here with me, because it's always been Shauna and Andre and Shauna. We grew up in this area, and he's greatly loved.
From his other sister.
No, fortunately, there's nothing that we can do to bring my brother back.
His brother.
He was the magnet that always kept everybody joined and tight together, no matter what type of situation that we had.
And from his daughter. He was known as Big Daddy.
My dad was my best friend. He was my protector and he was my provider. And Big Daddy meant a lot in my home.
They spoke about how hard it was spending Christmas this year without him, saying his grandkids are confused and miss him just as much.
My son's 6 years old and all he knows is his Big Daddy, for loving him and for playing with him. And it's everywhere. It's on the news. He's seen it on the news, and all he could say was, "Mommy, I pray to God, why can't Big Daddy get off the floor?"
The family stood alongside attorney Ben Crump and local attorneys Michael Wright and Richard Schulte.
Until we get justice for Andre Hill, it won't be no peace in Columbus. It won't be no peace in Ohio. And it won't be no peace in America.
A crowd gathered around them for the vigil in front of Bretnell Community Center. In the crowd were other mothers who lost their sons, demanding answers and action.
It is a shame that we will remember 2020 for three things. One, COVID-19 pandemic. Number two, the presidential election. And number three, all the unarmed black people who got killed by police.
Attorney Wright says they're going to fight to have all of the audio and video from that night released and are requesting all records of Officer Coy. Attorney Crump says they plan to have an independent autopsy.
In this matter right here, Black Lives Matter, this was one of the matters that he sat and talked about. This hat right here, this was my dad's hat. Black Lives Matter. Thank you for being here for my dad.
Reporting in Columbus, Stephanie Stanovich, 10 TV News.
Columbus Police Chief Tom Quinlan is moving forward with the termination process against Adam Coy. Now, Coy will have a hearing before the Director of Public Safety on Monday. Meanwhile, we did speak to Officer Coy's attorney today for the criminal investigation. He says it's too early to comment on the case, but hopes for a complete and transparent investigation.